Alright, what's up people? Rhyming, and this is my little breakdown of The Dark Knight Rises. Now, before I even get into that, I just want to tell you, you know, a little bit about me, because it'll help you understand why I'm saying the stuff I say. Now, I'm not a fan of Batman. You know, I like the dude. I don't really care for him though. In the Justice League, in the little cartoon on the Cartoon Network channel, he was a jerk. He was always the guy that's, oh, I'm going to do my own thing, and he goes off that way. Then back in the day, in the 80s or 70s or wherever the hell it was always pow and the zip. And I was like, that's corny. Superman wasn't powing and zipping and all that shit. So I really didn't like him. And then, you know, all the other movies came up and da-da-da-da-da, so I'm not a real big fan of them. Now, I went to the movie because I like movies. I like action movies. I watched like all of them. But I'm not like a fan. I wasn't like counting down to the days. And originally I was going to go see Spider-Man, but you know, my friend, he said he's a big Batman fan, and that was my birthday gift to him. Alright, so that's the whole backdrop. Alright, so you know, so I go into this movie, you know, I seen the previews and da-da-da and got great reviews, but you know, I'm not one to like follow the great reviews. I gotta see for myself. So it starts off it just starts into the movie. Credits, bam, it goes in. So they're on a plane, and like, they get on the plane, they're up in the air, and the guy's like, why is he wearing a mask? And he's all like, exciting and shit. And he shoots his gun, bam, bam, bam. And, oh yeah, there's going to be lots of spoilers, so watch the movie first, or listen to me, and then watch and be like, I already know this because, hey. Anyway, so he's like, bam, bam, bam. And they're like, why is he wearing a mask? And they're all like, they don't say anything. And then the third guy, the guy who's just sitting there, he's like, why would you shoot them, man? Ask, why would, I don't, it's not forbidden, I didn't memorize it, but just, why would you shoot them and throw them off a plane? Or why would you throw them over a plane and shoot them? And then he's like, and he takes off the mask, and there's Bane. And Bane, he's not so big and scary and menacing, and he just got this metal thing on his face, and he has, but it works, you know, and people are like, I can't understand him. Who cares if you can't understand him? You know, it's like living in Japan. I don't understand him, but you still figure out what the guy say. So he's all just like, and then the guy's like, if I take the mask off, will it hurt? It's like, yes, for you. And I'm like, ah! And then I looked at my friend, and we were just like, wow, it's crazy, because, you know, it's like, it's super sarcastic, like, man, is it hot? Yeah. Duh! Like that kind of thing. But he's like saying it with his big, like, metal machine voice. So then the guy's like, so what's your plan? What's your plan? And that was kind of weird. Like, he's just going to say, well, my plan is... So he's... But he did say, he's kind of like, well, my plan is that I'm going to hijack the plane. And everybody's going to die. And then all of a sudden, and everybody's like dying. And then the plane gets pulled up, and then some blood transfusion. I didn't get that. Actually, I didn't see the first set of these videos. So I'm kind of lost in some points, but I saw the second one. I had to watch it again because I fell asleep. I told you I'm not a fan, man. So I watched it again, blah, blah. So the plane is like about to drop, and then the dude is all wrapped up, and then his like henchman's like, let's go. And then the guy's like, Bane's like, brother, someone has to stay behind. Meaning someone has to die. Like fall down and boom. And the guy's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I wish I had people like that on my team, Team RG. Somebody has to put their hand in the toilet and get my watch that's next to the shit. Yes, I will. So yeah, so the plane goes down, boom, and that's the first 5 minutes. I was already in, man. Like other movies, they start all, but this one, bam, is all in there. All right, next section, we have Batman, or Bruce. He's all old. Had a little goatee thing going on there, looking all old. And he's having a dinner, and the people are like, man, he's probably peeing in cups and has long fingernails, which I think is a reference to somebody, I forget. Maybe you know. I don't really care, I'm not asking, but you can put it down there, but this is just my story right here. So then Catwoman, Hathaway or whatever, she goes up the stairs, and she takes the pearls, and Batman's like, he shoots the arrow. And I'm like, why would he do that? It's kind of crazy, but obviously he saw that his pearls were stolen. So he's like, yeah, blah, blah. Why'd you steal my pearls? And she's like, oh, these? And then he's like, I want him back. And she's like, well, I can't let you have him back. And then she kicks the shit out of him. Bam! And Batman, or Bruce, falls on the floor. And I was expecting that he would fall on the floor and like do a little roll and jump off the wall and then pew 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 pew. But he didn't do anything. He just sat there. Like, wow. So it sets it up perfect. He's an old dude who hasn't been in the game in a while. So then she's like, goodbye. And she goes to the window and does a little flip. Now, as far as Hathaway, I never really seen her as an action person. You know, I seen her as a Prada wears something. That kind of person. But her character worked. She didn't bother me so much. I was able to go with it. And she did it. You know, when I saw, remember Catwoman with Halle Berry? And, you know, it worked. But it didn't, because it was always like, that's Halle Berry. Halle Berry. It was a disconnect. I mean, anyway. So then, you know, Bane is doing all this thing. And then, you know, moving along in the story. We're going along, and he goes to see his boy Fox, and you know, Fox, you know, Morgan Freeman. I like the dude. I don't think there's any movie I have seen of his that I was like, I don't like this movie because of him. Some movies are like that. Like, I can't watch a movie with what's his face. He went out with J-Lo. He did Ben Affleck. I can't watch any of his movies. He was an action hero in one movie. I couldn't watch it. I watched it, but I didn't like it because of him. I don't know why I don't like him so much. I just don't like him. Anyway, so he goes to Morgan, and Morgan's just like, hey, you want to see some cool gadgets? And he's like, hey, why don't you come over here? And then they go down to this secret little thing, and then he shows them all these new toys, and he's like, yeah, I got this big hover-looking car. I call it the Bat. And then it's like, it comes in black. Man, that's just some friendship, you know. He knows the colors he likes. Well, could you imagine if you're like, I got this, it comes in pink. Batman's like, what the hell is your problem, man? I don't like pink. You know? Anyway, so then he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't know if he says, nah, I'm good. I forget. But he didn't drive off in the car. He's just whatever. So then, you know, I'm not going to tell every part of the story. So the parts that really got me was when, well, back to Bane. Let me talk about Bane. Now, he's a super villain in this, and he's kind of like my height, kind of big like this, but he was fashionable. He just looked like a dude you can actually chill with. You know, you're going out, hey, you want to come out, Bane? Like, yeah, I'm not doing anything today. And then you and your boys, and Bane comes out there, and you're all like walking, and I don't think he's a dancer, so he's probably doing his no step. And then people came and step in his shoes, and, you know, well, you don't know, but you know, we all know him. So we're hanging out with Bane, and Bane is just like, this man just stepped on my shoe. Somebody tell him to back up. And then we're his boys, like, hey man, you stepped on our friend's shoes. Can you just be careful? And then the guy's just like, he's just getting on his face. And then we all kind of step away. And then Bane's like, he picks him up by the throat, and he just kind of, and then we go back to doing his no step. I'm doing a two-step in the side and all that. But you know, that's Bane, man. And it's like, hey, that's Bane. And if you ever had a sitcom, be like, that's Bane. And it'd just be a whole thing about, you know, what would Bane do? And it'd be like, you bumped into my car. I just liked the voice. I liked his character. He was just... And then if we fast forward, we're going to fast forward. Right to the end of the movie. I told you, there's spoilers here. This is a spoiler. So we all thought that Bane was the guy that climbed out of the hole. But it wasn't Bane. It was the daughter. It was the chick, or whatever. So, you know, and then the reason that he's doing all this is because he protected the baby, and he helped her escape, and then she came back for him, and the dad didn't want him, so he was excommunicated and blah blah blah. So he's a badass, but he has a heart. He's just a conflicted soul. He's a John Lennon, you know. Just all you need is love and some bullets and guns and all that. So, you know, Bane's a good dude. You know, it's a messed up world. So, you know, Bane is... So go back to this. So Bane's a good guy. Well, as good as a guy is that runs around killing people. Another scene I liked with Bane is when Batman and him are fighting. And Batman's all like... Boosh-kada, boosh-kada, pra-da-da. And that's old school Batman, you know? Pow, boom. And then Bane just like, and then they showed a scene where they showed a scene where he boom, and he like knocked the wall right out, like pshaw, 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 and he's hitting him, and Batman's all just like, and then all the henchmen are all just like, the face, you would think they'd be all like, yeah, they're just kind of like, wow, Batman's getting his ass beat. They seem kind of, I don't know, they just had too much emotion for hardened criminals. Now, the Catwoman, she was also watching, and she, you know, also looked like, wow, Batman's getting his ass kicked. And then, you know, he walks away with his mask, and he's all like, pshaw, like he just had swag there. Just, I'm banging, bitch. Yeah. So then, he drops him into this hole. You know, this big hole where it was a jail with a big well. So if you ever see a well and you look down there, it's probably like a jail down there or something. So then, now this part, you know, the movie, I give it like 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, a lot of 5 RGs if we're rating it. But this part really did bother me. See, they're in a jail. This jail is like where all the hardened mercenaries go. Bad people, right? But, you know, Batman's down there, dying. You know, he broke his back and all that shit. And here's the good doctor helping him. And some other guy, and they're telling him stories. Yes, the story about Bane was when he was... Like, this is jail? This is like Martha Stewart jail. Hey, you're bad. And they tell stories. And then there was a scene where, you know, you got... The only way out of this jail is to, like, climb up the well. And, you know, Batman tries once, and everybody's all looking up like, come on, you can do it. They're like so happy, like it's Disney or something, like you know in other movies where it's like a Disney movie and then it comes to the part where the say it's Dumbo, he gotta flap his ears and everybody's like, he flapped his ears, or you know, shit like that. But this is like the mercenary jail. They're not supposed to be happy. They're supposed to see him get up to the top and shoot him in the back. Right? So then, you know, the first time he does it, he fails. The second time he does it, he fails. The third time, but instead of that music, they just had, which turns out to like, it's like Gambare. It's like there's Gambare Batman, Gambare Batman. Well, Bruce or whatever. They didn't say anything. So he gets up there and then they're all just like chanting this. Go Batman, go. Go Batman, go. And they're all like so excited. Like these are hard criminals. Kill people and kill babies and rape monkeys and do all this shit. So I didn't know why they were so excited. I thought I was watching Batman, not High School Musical or some shit. But other than that point, you know, he escapes. And you know, he goes out and he throws the rope over into the jail, which I didn't understand that part. So you are the guy who puts bad people away. So you escape from the bad jail, and then you, oh, here's some rope. Come on, escape. I don't know. Whatever. That's just what it is, all right? So by the time he escapes, because, you know, see, I'm jumping around, but there's one scene after he beat his ass, and then he puts him in the jail, and then Batman's like, why didn't you kill me? And the guy's like, Bane, like, first I will destroy your city, and then you can die. I love it. I just love the dialogue. I would have used some of this. Like, Matt, why didn't you do this? Well, first, I'm going to eat this pizza, and then we can leave. Like, who talks like that? Like, you know, usually, like Joker, he was just a crazy guy. And he was crazy. We didn't know what he was unpredictable. But this guy, he was a pretty sane dude. Like there was a part where they're in the sewer and the guy, the Gordon commissioner chief dude, he escapes by falling over into the sewer waterfall. So the henchman's like, what should we do? And then Bane's like, he gives him a walkie-talkie and he's like, call me when you find him. It's like, how do I find him? Boom, he shoots him in the leg and that's it. Like, it's just so calm, man. Alright, and then, I don't want to tell you everything. It's like a 3-hour movie. I ain't making a 3-hour video. But, the next scene I like is just, he got this swag. Like, when he came out after the city was taken over and he's walking up and he's just all like, this is for the people. And he's like, That's where you can see he's kind of crazy. It's for the people. And when people do that, you know, they're crazy, man. But he's just talking very, like, you know, he got this thing on his mouth, you know, just, and he talks like, you know, if you have a speech impediment, you can't speak all the words correctly, but you don't care. You just be like, man, you know what I'm saying? And people know that you better shake your head like you know what you're saying, because he's gonna punch you in the gut if you don't. You know, he was just like, I don't care if you don't understand half the stuff I'm saying. I'm dying, bitch. It was just great. And you know, that's that in a nutshell. It was a great movie. I would watch it twice if I went to movies twice. And I would buy the DVD if I bought DVDs. But if somebody were to like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, a Batman DVD. That would work. I probably wouldn't watch it every day because I don't watch videos every day. But it'd be something I'd be like, hey, I got the Batman DVD. I do like it. Yeah, but I do recommend you going. I mean, it was a great movie. It was, I think it's about 3 hours long. I never checked my watch. When I was watching Avatar, I'm like, this shit over, man? Sheesh. When I watched some girly flicks with my girlfriend, I'm like, are we done yet? But this one, I was just kind of, in fact, I even got closer. I was leaned up forward, just like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? Because I couldn't figure it out. Now, I mentioned this already. The part where it turns out that Bane isn't the mastermind. It's the daughter of the dead dude. That kind of got me. I'm like, because as I said, he's supposed to be the tough guy, and then it turns out he's just doing this out of loyalty for the dead daughter. Because let me think of this, right? You're in jail, and a little kid comes there, and all of a sudden you have a heart. I will protect this little kid, because even though I kill kids, and I kill parents, and I kill everybody else, now I have a responsibility to raise this as my own. And then she gets out, and then, oh, now I have a responsibility to make my dad come back in. Like, all that, it just, nah. If you're going to be a killer, you be a killer. You're going to be friendly, you be friendly. You don't go back and forth, man. See, Joker, he had that thing. He didn't have friends. Hey, after you're done killing, after you're done, you're just killing everybody. This guy, yeah. But, yeah, so that's my review. My rant and rave. It's a raving review, I guess. Rhyming. My next review is going to be Spider-Man. I just watched that last night. I didn't go to the movie theater. I'm glad I didn't go to the movie theater. I'm not dissing anybody who liked the extraordinary Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man. I didn't think it was so amazing. I was let down. But that'll be the next video. I'll bash it. It's okay. I like the other ones. I don't think I will follow these if they continue to make these sequels and all that. Oh, yeah. But back to Batman. There was a part with Robin. I didn't like Robin. I have nothing to say about him. He was there. If he would have got shot early in the video, in the movie, I probably wouldn't have noticed him. I didn't really care. Yeah. The end. What else? Yeah, that's about it. I hope I didn't. I mean, I didn't say much about the video. You could still watch it and get a sense of where I'm going with all this. But it was a great movie. Yeah, so I suggest that you watch it. Watch it 2 times. Watch it for me. I'm not going to watch it twice, but watch it 2 times for me. All right, people. Rhyming. Cheer.